Hello and welcome to today's video. So we are going to talk about European sales and settings. And this is something that's really important for you to get set up correctly so that you don't lose money selling in Europe before you mean to. Okay, so it's really easy to sell EFN across the UK and 4 other marketplaces in Europe: France, Spain, Italy and Germany. And once you've got your settings all done properly and you're all correctly set up in Seller Central, there's no reason not to do this. Because more marketplaces equals more sales. And lots of new sellers miss out on European sales because it all seems a bit too daunting and they're not sure how it works. It's not sure if they've got their settings right and all that sort of stuff. But we're going to make sure that doesn't happen to you and that you can get more sales because straight away you're going to be set up correctly and know you're not losing money. So super important to set up those European sales because, as I say, Amazon starts selling your products quite quickly in Europe, and if you're not got your settings done properly, you're going to lose money on every single sale that is done outside of the UK because the fees are higher, and you know the shipping's higher, the fees are higher, it costs more, and you need to make sure that you're set up properly in your account to make sure that that's not going to cause you a problem. So when you're setting up European settings, you've got 2 things, one called a source marketplace and one called a target marketplace. And your source marketplace is going to be the UK and your target marketplace is in Europe. So if you're in the US and you've got this course, don't bother watching this module because it's not going to be relevant to you. This is relevant only to UK sellers. Okay, so, and what Amazon talk about is a connection between the two. And that's basically just connecting your source marketplace and your target marketplace. They make it all sound very complicated, but it's not really. It's just placing a link between your products in the UK and where you can sell them. They just call those connections. So here's what you need to do. Okay, so you need to go into your inventory and you need to go to sell globally. So that's how you start to set up your European settings. And that brings us into this page here. And you then go to build international listings. Okay, and that brings you to a page that looks like this. Now, as you can see, you know, I've already got some set up. I've obviously had all mine set up already. So I've taken out Germany, so I'm no longer connected to Germany so that you can see what to do. So the target marketplace is listed are France, Italy and Spain because I've already got those set up. But I took out Germany, so you won't have those ones listed there. These ones will be blank because you haven't got those listed. You'll just have add target marketplace. So that is what we're going to do. We're going to add a target marketplace because obviously our source is UK and then our target is in Europe. So the first thing to do is choose which target marketplace you want to do. So you need to do this for all of the 4 European countries. I'm going to show you just on Germany because that's the one I disconnected in order to be able to do this video for you. Okay, so you won't have this bit here. This will be blank because you haven't done any yet. But you'll have yours listed here and you can tick the ones for Europe. Okay, so then you click save and continue, and you're asked what it is that you want to connect. So what sort of offer do you want to connect? Now, I only sell new products. I don't sell or didn't sell used products. So obviously I'd click new. If you want to sell both new and used products in Europe, then you would click that one. Most of you will probably click this one because you're just selling new products. And your source offer fulfillment method. So this is whether you're FBA or self-fulfilled, which is merchant fulfilled. So you need to choose which you're going to be. I have seen many people get in quite a lot of trouble self-fulfilling across Europe because Amazon have super strict targets to meet in terms of how quickly your products arrive. And it's difficult to always meet that because you're relying on Royal Mail or, you know, whatever, who's ever shipping your products. So you want to be careful thinking about whether you actually really want to do MF selling across Europe, because you've got some pretty tough guidelines to meet in terms of Amazon expectations for delivery. So just bear that in mind. Not nothing to stop you doing it, it's just something for you to bear in mind. Now on my account, I'm going to set it up as FBA only because I don't do merchant fulfilled. So it's just set up as FBA. But that's what you want to do. You want to choose your product condition and you want to choose your fulfillment method, and then you click Save and Continue. Okay, so this brings us to this box. So this is a little bit of gold here. So you're going to choose your price synchronization. List price and sale price, or just list price only. Now bear in mind, if you ever put a product for sale on Amazon, you are going to pay fees based on your list price, not on your sale price. So it doesn't make an awful lot of sense always. If you're doing a private label product, then maybe that's different. But certainly for online arbitrage, you don't get involved in sale prices, because it's going to cost you more money, because your fees are going to be as high as they were the list price. So just bear that in mind. It's not something that's really people talk about very much, but just bear that in mind, because that could cause you some trouble. Okay, so that little box, if you tick the end one, it will give you these options. So you can have your price the same as the source marketplace, which is the UK, which you definitely don't want to do. You can percentage above the source marketplace, which is what I choose to do. You can percentage below the source marketplace, which I don't ever do. Or you can do a fixed amount. So as you can see, you've got a fixed amount there as well. So I prefer to percentage above the source marketplace. Now there's other people that will tell you a fixed amount is better, but for me that doesn't work, because I think the bigger and the heavier the product, the more it needs to be, the higher it needs to be. But you have to do what works best for your business. What works best for my business is this. So this is what I choose to do. Now a little while ago, a few months ago, Amazon used to be much lower than 45%, but Amazon upped the fees in about March, April, something like that, 2018, maybe May. Amazon upped the fees, and it used to be able to get away with about 30% extra, 35 maybe, something like that. But now it's gone up and the fees are higher, so the percentage needs to be higher. So I've got mine set at 45% higher in Europe than in the UK, to allow for all those extra fees. Right, and just below there is a Save and Continue button. Okay, so it brings you to this page. So it's just then reiterating what you've done. So obviously, I've included only FBA and new condition offers, because that's all I'm interested in selling in Europe. And list price and sale price, and 45% above the source marketplace. So that's what I've chosen to do to set myself up in Germany, and then click Save and Continue. Okay, and you'll get taken to this page that is just saying, they're going to initiate a connection between your source marketplace and your target marketplace, and you have to agree and create the offers in Europe. So you just click that, and then it takes you to here. Okay, so that's then telling you your request is being processed. And if you click Manage Connections, it takes you to here, and it shows you that Amazon DE is in progress. And after a little while, once it's worked its way through it, Amazon DE will appear down here, just the same as the others that I've already set up. So that's what happens, and where it appears once it's all set up. And that then means that you are properly set up in Europe, and that you won't lose money when you sell in Europe. And there's no reason, once you've done it like that, not to sell in Europe straight away. Go for it. You won't lose any money. If you've made some bad buys, well, hopefully you're using BuyBot Pro and that wouldn't happen. But at least you won't lose money on them anyway. Okay, so let me talk you through what a Euro flip is. So a Euro flip is where you look for a product selling on Amazon UK that is selling better in the European marketplaces. Right, so you buy the product You ship the product to yourself or to your prep centre, and then you sell the product for profit. So that's basically what a euro flip is. You know, you're selling it on the same listing as you bought it from, but you're just selling it at a much higher price. And an Amazon flip tends to happen in the US mainly. So that's where you look for a product selling on Amazon US that is for sale or selling cheaper than usual. For instance, it's like on sale. You're buying the product, you're shipping the product, and you're selling the product for a profit. Okay, so that's the end of this module. As I say, don't be frightened of European sales. As long as you've followed these instructions and set your settings up properly, you're good to go, and there's no reason not to, because more marketplaces equals more sales, and we like that. That's definitely a good plan. Thanks very much for listening. I hope you're enjoying the course, and I'll see you in the next video.